Hi there, students. Like chalk and cheese, or as different as chalk and cheese. So if you say that two things are like chalk and cheese, it means they look superficially the same, but in reality they're very different. John and Simon are identical twins, but in reality they're like chalk and cheese. So superficially they look the same, but their characters are very different. Maybe one's very extrovert and the other's very introvert, for example. Okay, like chalk and cheese, this says that two things are very different. We normally use this phrase to talk about people, but not necessarily. Okay? I don't know. Australia and the UK are like chalk and cheese. So, superficial similarity. They speak the same language, but the character of the people and the countries are very different. Okay? Yes, beef and chicken are like chalk and cheese. So they're both types of meat, but they're very different. Okay? So if you say something is like chalk and cheese, or as different as chalk and cheese, you're saying there's a wide variation. There's a very big difference between them. I don't know, Spanish verbs and English verbs are as different as chalk and cheese. So in both languages they use verbs and they describe actions. But the way they use the verbs and the grammar of the verbs and the way they're formed is very different. They're like chalk and cheese. So notice this is a simile because you're saying two things are like one or the other. So why like chalk and cheese? Well, if you look at chalk and you look at cheese, they're both white and at a glance you might confuse one with the other. But you try biting chalk, will taste very gritty and of nothing, whereas you bite the cheese, it will probably taste delicious. So superficially, when you look at them, they look the same. But in reality, they're very different. Okay, notice this is quite an informal expression, and I think it's a British expression. I don't think the Americans use this simile like chalk and cheese. So maybe British English and American English are like chalk and cheese. The accents certainly are. Anyway, so a new simile for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.